There seems to be many examples in our daily lexicon that relate in one way or another to the power of the multiplier. In chaos theory, the single beat of a butterfly wing could be the precipitating event for a much later, far afield, devastating storm. More personally, I can share that my father, as many dads are wont to do, talked to me early and often about the importance of compound interest. He taught me how a small bit of savings early in life could grow exponentially if I just had the discipline and patience to let it. As an educator, I love the phrase, each one, teach one. When I first heard it, as a Christian, I've long taken to heart my obligation to share my faith with others in ways that feel comfortable to me. And growing more courageous lately, I'm even pushing it beyond my comfort zone. Today's gospel lesson from Luke beautifully represents these notions. Many of us remain astounded at the vast reach and extraordinary impact of the life of this single, albeit holy, man who brought us the message of God's love and peace. Jesus proclaimed this message as widely as one human could in only a few short years and in a limited geographic mobility area, and prior to the advent of the printing press or social media. One holy man. That one man then blessed the 12, giving them the power and authority to proclaim and to heal. Also, note, he instructed them to simply walk away from those whose hearts were not open, not to hate or vilify them, not to throw shade, and certainly not to do harm. Rather, quite simply, he said, when you leave that town, shake the dust from your feet in testimony against them. End quote. The 12 spread Jesus' story and teachings to others, who shared them with others still. One could be forgiven for thinking that these teachings might have stopped cold 2,000 plus years ago, at the geographic boundaries of a river, the sea, the desert, the ocean, that we would only find evidence of these teachings near where they originated. And yet, the miracle of God's love was too great to contain. Christianity was born and spread well beyond the lands that Jesus trod, to embrace people and nations across the globe. It's astounding. So, what part can each of us play in this astounding, sacred, mysterious, multiplying faith journey? Most of us don't have the power and authority granted to the disciples, and I, for one, would be considered a poor proselytizer. But we each have the power to reflect on our faith and speak about those stirrings with others. For me, between the blessed influence in my life of a handful of priests and deeply religious guides, moments of spiritual grace across my life, not the least of which was the opportunity to experience where the Apostle Paul lived and wrote at the Greek island of Patmos. I've become more willing and able to engage with the mysteries of my faith and engage with others in ways that, I pray, strengthen them. I pray that you too are surrounded by a community of faith that strengthens you and your resolve to publicly and gracefully share God's words and your experience with it. As much as ever, the world needs our voices, our hearts, our grace. Together, let us be astounding. Amen.